video, I want to talk about the bags that got away, the ones that I regret not purchasing. And I think I did a video that was similar to this around 2 years ago. That one was focused on general luxury items that I regret not buying. And in comparison to that list, I think this one is significantly longer and it is just centered around bags. I feel like the more time I spend on social media, the more I find things that I think look really pretty, and I'm kind of upset that I wasn't able to add it to my collection. Some of these items were pieces that I passed on when I saw it in stores, and some of them I just didn't know about. So yeah, let me know if you guys are the same. Are there any items that you wish you had got your hands on too? Let me know in the comments down below. And I do have 5 bags to share in this video, and kind of like a 6th honorable mention type of item too. It's not actually a bag, but people do convert it into a bag too. So I do feel like it fits into this list. And yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so the first bag that I want to talk about, I've already mentioned previously on my channel. Actually, I've talked about it in multiple previous videos. That's how much I regret not buying this bag. And basically, it's a mini Lady Dior, but it's not one of their lambskin ones. It's actually this embellished one. It was so gorgeous. The base of the bag was a suede leather. I think the handles were calfskin. And then there were all these little beads embellished on it. And there was also some type of, I don't know, I want to say it's like a tulle fabric that was also kind of like stitched all across the bag. It was so beautiful, and they made it in 3 different colors. They made it in a black, which is the one that I'm talking about in this video. There was a gray, and then there was a light pink. And the light pink one had this really gorgeous rose gold hardware on it. So that was the one that I actually purchased. I was like dead set on the rose gold hardware, light pink color bag. And what happened was the light pink one, because it had rose gold hardware that Dior doesn't use that often, there was an issue with the rose gold hardware. I had looked at probably close to 5 of that same exact bag, and all of them had chipping in one area or another. I was so dead set on the pink one that I wasn't even considering getting the black one, even though the black one is so stunning too. And it wasn't after, you know, I was like a few months removed from this whole ordeal that I was like, I really should have gotten the black one. The black one is so pretty, and actually it might even be a better choice because the beads against the black background was just so stunning, and you couldn't see that level of detail on the pink one. So yeah, that was the bag that, oh, I had a chance to get that. I think the black one was less easily available to buy than the pink one too. I guess everyone was buying the black one because, you know, a black bag is so classic. So I wish I had gotten my hands on that. And yeah, even now I am still afraid of buying anything from Dior that has rose gold hardware. I just don't trust it. I feel like they don't make enough in rose gold hardware, that they kind of have the production like completely squared away and they know what they're doing. So there actually is this Carol bag from them that has rose gold hardware, and I think it's like a pink tweed or something like that, and that bag is so gorgeous too, but I'm just not willing to purchase it because I've been scarred from that previous experience. But anyways, that black bag, I really wish I had bought it. My husband was saying to me that the black one looked nicer than the pink one, and honestly I feel like now I agree with him, but back then I was just not having any of it. So there was this brief period of time where I had the Chanel Coco handle on my wish list. I basically added it to my like luxury wish list after they released what is, I believe it's now called the mini. When they released it, they called that the extra mini, but they changed the names of all their sizes. So that's the mini size now. So when they released that, I put it on my wish list because I thought that size was so cute, and I still do think it's so cute. Actually, I saw someone carrying it at the supermarket the other day, and I couldn't stop glancing over at her whenever we like cross paths in the supermarket. It's so adorable. But anyways, I had added that to my wish list, and it didn't stay there for long because soon afterwards Chanel added edge stitching to their Coco handles, and I'm just not a big fan of edge stitching because I feel like it makes the quilts look less puffy. So there were 2 collections between when that mini Coco handle came out and when they added edge stitching to these bags. So yeah, there was one very specific color that I wanted to get my hands on. It was from the 21S collection. Also, the 21S collection was, I believe, the only collection when the cocoa handles were made with the leather interior but without the edge stitching. So it was like the perfect one for me. And there was this gorgeous bubblegum pink color that I just thought was the perfect pop of color. I would have gotten the cocoa handle in that color even if it wasn't the mini size. They also released it for the classic flap too, but I didn't want to get the classic flap in that color because I am typically a big fan of lambskin, not so much of caviar, and it wasn't caviar for both those styles of bags, but I was okay with getting it in caviar for the cocoa handle because that's essentially all they make the cocoa handles in anyways. Yeah, I didn't want to spend the classic flap price for a pop of color for caviar, and you know, I just kind of rather get the cocoa handle in that color instead. The problem was that not many stores ordered that specific bag in that color, so it was impossible to track down. I think I had asked like a couple stores if they had it, and all of them thought I was referring to this light pink that also got released for the collection, and that wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted that like bright bubblegum pink color, so of course I wasn't able to get my hands on it, and I saw it available with a lot of resellers, and that was kind of aggravating. On the bright side, Chanel does release a lot of pinks and even like a lot of hot pinks and bright pinks too. So hopefully in the future they will bring back like a similar type of color, and if they do, then I'll look for something to buy in that color then. So the next bag on this list comes with quite a long story, but first let me tell you guys what bag I'm talking about first. So it's essentially the mini with handle from Chanel. So it's that bag up there. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's in this color, which is the lavender lilac color from their 21K collection. And this really long story basically starts like months before the release of this collection, and I had seen some photos and heard some rumors of the different bags and different colors that were being released for that collection. So I had contacted my sales associate at the time, asking her to put me down on the list for the mini with handle in this color down here, and then I also asked her to put me down on the list for any card holders that come in this purple color, because I wasn't sure if I wanted that color in a bag. Obviously I've since changed my mind, but I really like the color, so I wanted it in like a card holder form. So there was kind of like miscommunication, and she ended up putting me on the list for the mini with handle in both of those colors. And on launch day, I got a text from her saying that this lavender color one came in and if I wanted to purchase it. But I basically passed on it. And eventually I decided, well, I now want this lavender color. And I thought the mini with handle was completely gone at that point. It got released earlier. I eventually did get the light blue in that mini with handle style, but I didn't like it with the light gold hardware. So eventually the reissues got released for these two colors, and I was like, okay, I'll get the light blue reissue, but I also want this lavender color. And I didn't know if I wanted the same exact style in both colors. So I was asking around. I texted a bunch of sales associates to see if they had the lavender color in the mini with handle style. And actually one sales associate said they had it, and I basically bought it at the same time that I bought this one too, because I was like, okay, I have a feeling that's a return. Not to say that returns automatically make the bag like undesirable, but I had a hunch that maybe it wouldn't work out, so I just got this one too, like just in case. And I got that bag, and it basically was like squished. Like there was no structure to it. It was just, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe someone crushed it with their car wheel or something like that. I have no idea what happened, but it was just like so like smushy. Nothing like the light blue one that I got from the same collection. Nothing like this light pink one that I now have either. The quilting was all like deflated, and the whole bag was just like smushy. Like it's okay if it's a different style of bag, but it's just not right for that specific bag. And to make things worse, there was this like really disgusting thumbprint on it. It was basically like if someone rubbed their foundation and then just held the bag. So I was like, okay, I'm not keeping this bag. So that's why I have this one in my collection right now. And I am happy with it, but honestly, I feel like I like reissues more when they're in that really wrinkly, like aged, distressed calfskin leather. These two have a little bit of like wrinkles on it, but it's a lot kind of like sturdier than that aged calfskin. And I feel like I just like that like really worn in look more. So I do wish that I had gotten the mini with handle style in that lavender color. And obviously I could have gotten that right on launch day if I wanted to, but I just passed on it, which thinking back, yeah, it's definitely a regret of mine. Okay, so this next bag I've been talking about quite a lot in my recent videos. It's from the Fendace collection. It's the mini baguette with the brooches on it in the black color. So if you've watched my recent videos, then you know that I actually purchased this bag and I returned it because of defects. And yeah, it's a long story. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it in this video. I'll link that video up here if you're interested in like finding out more of what was wrong with it. But I ended up returning that bag. I even bought the white color of that same exact bag. Found out that the white color had the same exact defects, and I also like the black one more, so that's why for this video I'm specifically talking about the black one. So I returned both of them because yeah, it was not acceptable to me, even though it was technically on the inside of the bag and you couldn't really see it. So I ended up returning those, but part of me kind of thinks like if I had known I wanted that bag and I went to the store on launch day for that collection, if I would have been able to compare a few of them and actually found one that didn't have defects, I kind of think about that. And yeah, that's kind of why it's a little bit of a regret for me. I look back at some of the footage for that video every so often and I'm just like, that is such a beautiful bag. And the thing is, I'm not really interested in the other mini baguettes from Fendi. I keep scrolling their website thinking that there's maybe one that I missed and one that I like. Basically, the one from that Fendace collection was very unique because the strap on it, well, it was removable, which actually I think all the straps on the mini baguettes are, but whatever the case is, the strap is removable, so you can use it like as a clutch, and the strap was like the perfect length. So they have a bunch available for purchase right now where there's two straps. There's one that is like a crossbody strap, and then there's one that is kind of like just like a handheld thing, but you couldn't carry it over your shoulder. So that Fendace one had a longer one, so you could still hand carry it, but you could also carry it as like a shoulder bag, which was perfect. And then they have these other ones that are like those sequined mini baguettes that do have a longer strap, and the strap is actually even adjustable, so that is nice, but I don't want a sequin bag. Not to mention, I just love how they designed that bag from the Fendace collection. I like that they used the smooth leather, but it had those like safety pins on it. I just thought it was so perfect. I'm not as big of a fan of the FF embossed leather that Fendi uses for all their other baguettes. So yeah, unless they make one in like a smooth leather again with like the perfect strap option in the future, I just unfortunately don't see myself being able to buy that bag. So it is definitely a regret, even though I don't exactly know if I would have been able to find one without those defects, even if I went to the store on launch day anyways. Now this last bag is the only one on this list that I didn't know existed at the time of its release, and I only actually found out about it recently when I started looking into this bag more. And the bag is the Fendi baguette in canvas, and it was in this limited edition Valentine's Day Lunar New Year print, and it was this mix of reds and pinks in their Zucca print. And I've been really into the Fendi baguette recently. You know, the previous item that I just talked about was a baguette. This one specifically is in their medium size and it's in canvas, which I don't mind that FF logo all over their canvas pattern. I just don't really like having it embossed in leather. I'd rather have like a smooth leather. I typically do prefer smooth leathers anyways. And I've been looking at the different patterns and color combos that Fendi is releasing for their baguette bag, and there just isn't another one that really appeals to me like that one did. I'm kind of hoping that I'll like the baguette they released for next year's Lunar New Year collection, because it is going to be the year of the rabbit, and I feel like something that is, you know, even loosely rabbit themed would be right up my alley. Maybe I'll like it even more than the one from 2 years ago that I didn't even know about and wasn't able to get my hands on. But I don't know, I feel like the Lunar New Year collection sometimes is a hit or a miss. Like for example, I didn't like the one that they released this year for the Year of the Tiger. So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes out for a baguette, a medium baguette that I like. But for now, nothing really interests me as the one from 2 years ago. And now for the honorable mention. So this item is actually a cosmetic pouch from Louis Vuitton, but people do turn it into bags, so I think it does somewhat fit into this video. So it's the cosmetic pouch from their Spring in the City collection, which just got released like a few months ago, and it's in the Sunrise pastel color, which is just this gorgeous array of, you know, pastel colors. There's purples and pinks and like a slight bit of blue in it too, just as you can see from the bags and whatnot over here. Those are like my favorite types of colors. And the thing is, I know I could have easily gotten my hands on it if I had known when the collection was launching, and I basically stalked the website at the right time to get my hands on it. I do have some tips for you guys if you're trying to get your hands on sold out Louis Vuitton items. I'll leave that video linked up here if you're interested in watching it. So the thing is, I didn't know that I wanted this item until maybe like a week or two after the launch of the collection. And you know, the thing is with Louis Vuitton and a lot of designer brands actually, there's this kind of like manufactured scarcity. Everything is limited edition. Everything sells out so fast. So yeah, I wasn't able to get my hands on it because I was late to the game, and it's just so gorgeous and I really love it. Honestly, do I need another cosmetic pouch? Probably not, but I was thinking if I was able to get my hands on that, I would sell the one that I already own. So it would be kind of like a one in, one out thing. Obviously, I wouldn't really be able to sell the one I currently own for much. But you know, it was going to be replaced with something that I think I would like more, even just looking at it. But I guess I won't have to make that decision now. So that is it for this video of all the bags and also one SLG that I really like but I wasn't able to get my hands on, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do let me know in the comments down below if there were any luxury items that you regret not buying yourself. And it's getting progressively darker as I'm filming this video because it's about to thunderstorm, so I'm going to end this right here. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single week, and I'll leave 2 videos on the screen for you guys to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.